Yeah, guys, there is actually a very heavy police presence, although good luck finding the officers in this crowd. There are a ton of people right now. So the deal attempts to answer this question. If I order a rideshare car and hop in, how do I really know who's behind that wheel? We also have new surveillance video of a man wanted for the aggravated sexual assault of an 83-year-old woman. The entire block here is lined with police tape. Crystal City residents are showing up in groups intrigued, but they say not at all surprised to see federal agents filling that 18-wheeler. A man is charged in the stabbing death of a mother of 3. Police say he locked himself in the bathroom and threatened to kill himself. Since 9/11, we had 2 people who tried to kill or who did carry out attacks who were radicalized right here in San Antonio. Well, as Jared mentioned, you may need that umbrella, but here's an idea to get your kids out and about as spring break winds down. Teens now get in free at the McNay Art Museum. Despite the enthusiasm of the Sanders supporters, San Antonio has had a long love affair with the Clintons. Take, for example, Mi Tierra downtown, where diners look straight up to a shrine of Bill Clinton. There are no such shrines to Sanders. I'm going to give you a little demonstration. Everybody, I want you to give me your best Viva Fiesta on 3. 1, 2, 3. Viva Fiesta! Doesn't get much better than that.
They said no!
With megaphones,
Trump must go!
pinatas,
We're gonna vote!
even roses.
I would have liked to got a dozen for him, but just couldn't make it. I just had to get him one.
Hundreds of demonstrators use everything they can carry
Ta-da, ta-da.
to send a message to the Donald.
That's for later.
Being the senior pastor of a local church, I felt it's my responsibility to be out, especially since the devil is coming so close to my home.
I came here to fight for my right to free speech and support my candidate. Show them that we do love them here in San Antonio.
Behind the waving signs and American flags, San Antonio police officers form a border between Trump supporters and Trump protesters.
Go back to that light and come down. And I don't want to see you guys back on this side, okay?
While red-clad peacemakers join the demonstration to discourage trouble.
We are peaceful, we are free, we refuse hostility.
But for the most part, this protest was about voices, not fists.
I don't care about them over there. I don't care about them.
A chance for these sign bearers to show the controversial candidate on which side of the road they stand.
I'm pretty sure Trump is going to get on Facebook and see what's going on in San Antonio. I'm more than sure he's going to see how we reacted to him.
We are peaceful, we are free, we refuse hostility.
Now, guys, it's actually unclear if Trump himself ever even saw these protests. Early reports suggested that he would be taking an alternate access to the Oak Hills Country Club, not the front entrance that you see behind me. But there actually was a motorcade at one point that went through this front entrance. We just don't know if that was him or if that was a decoy. Reporting live on Fredericksburg Road, this is Justin Bourke, KENS 5 Eyewitness News. 2,500 trucks. That's how many 18-wheelers roll through this weigh and inspection station every day. And that's where DPS Inspector Wayne Kenny is waiting.
Well, we would probably inspect around 25 or 35 trucks a day.
Like an airport screening, these inspections are random and federally required. And with these checks, inspectors know exactly what to look for.
Generally, the number one thing we're looking for is brakes. If you're the car in front of this truck and you throw on the brakes, you hope that he's got 10 good working brakes. That's what you're after.
Ideal? Yes. Realistically?
They always have problems somewhere.
And not just little problems.
Every day, probably 2 or 3 trucks will place out of service on brakes.
Placed out of service, as in of all these trucks going through this weigh station, about 1 in every 10 is not safe enough to drive. According to TxDOT, there have been just shy of 2,000 crashes involving commercial vehicles in Bexar County this year already. 16 of them fatal. 34 involved incapacitating injury. So, we got into a truck with a driving instructor to find out why.
Driver error, whether that's driver fatigue, nowadays driver inattentiveness.
Instructor Jeff Miller says drivers are supposed to make sure everything is working before even turning on the engine. That doesn't always happen.
I've seen guys get in their car, jump in the trucks, and take off.
Just because they're under the gun?
Just because they're on the gun, or they don't do the pre-trip.
Even if it is checked, when you're carrying 80,000 pounds.
A lot of things go wrong in a short amount of time in these big trucks.
Look, in news, we tend to exaggerate and generalize things all the time. We say things like, trucks are menacing, trucks are going to get you. The reality is that we share the road with commercial vehicles every single day. But you need to watch out for the things you can't see. Take the trailer, for instance. This could be filled with 80,000 pounds of stuff, or it could be completely empty. And how about the brakes? These brakes could be brand new, or they could be completely shot. You can't tell, and often the truck driver can't even tell the difference.
By the time you notice a brake pad is going bad, it's too late.
Federal statistics show fatal crashes involving big rigs spiked by about a fifth from 2009 to 2013. And injuries went up 55% during roughly the same time period. Jeff says that's all the more reason to give a wide berth and plan for the worst.
And 9 times out of 10, you run into a truck, the truck will win. It's just a matter of physics.
Justin Bourke, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.